All right, I think we got this working now. All right. YouTube streaming is a lot different from Twitch streaming. So a little bit of growing pains here, but we got it worked out now. So that's great. I'm pretty sure we got it worked out. Yeah, so our monthly Q&A, which we've started doing now in live stream format with VOD being posted as well. And we've got a few questions sent in ahead of time that we're going to go ahead and tackle here. So, starting with a question from Jean-François Bailey-Lemieux. Hi, Rhykker. What are you expecting at BlizzCon this year, Diablo-related or not? So that's a good question. Diablo-related, I am definitely expecting Diablo 4. This is like the first time, really, that I feel pretty strongly or confidently about that. I'm like 95, I'd say, percent sure that we're going to get Diablo 4 revealed. Beyond that, maybe even more Diablo news, a Diablo 2 remaster perhaps. But if I had to bet on one thing Diablo related, it would be Diablo 4 reveal. Apart from that, for Overwatch, we'll get a new hero or map or both maybe. Did they do a new hero? Yeah, they did a new hero last year. Yeah, so new hero for Overwatch. A new WoW expansion, I'm pretty sure. This should be a big BlizzCon overall for news. Other than that, Nemesis, how you doing? Glad you can make it. Sorry for the late link there. Yeah, so apart from that, there's going to be something StarCraft, maybe co-op commander or mission pack. Hearthstone, the card, really little expansions or, card pack or something. Scotty Chow, how you doing, buddy? For what other Heroes of the Storm, maybe a new map or I don't know. New hero, maybe, I guess. Yeah, it would make sense to have a new hero for Heroes of the Storm. They're not pumping out heroes quite as often as they have been, but I mean, it would make sense to save one for BlizzCon. Beyond that, okay, have we covered everything? Hold on, what are all the Blizzard franchises? Do we touch upon them all? We did StarCraft, Diablo, WoW, Warcraft, that's the main ones. There's 3 others. Overwatch. Yeah, we got them all. Okay. All right. And then we got Nemesis saying, new hero for Heroes of the Storm, more or less a must. The announcement for Heroes of the Storm is they're super duper canceling esports. Not only will Blizzard not be doing any more esports for Heroes of the Storm, they're forbidding anyone else. They're going to sue anyone who does esports. All right, next question here from the pre-sent in list. From Monito, what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? An African swallow or a European swallow? And we got Saberwolfy asking, question the first. What are your strategies when playing multiple ARPGs? How can you move from D3 to PoE to Last Epoch without being completely confused around controls and mechanics and items, etc.? So that's a good question. When it comes to PoE, I really feel like I have to be fully committed to playing PoE. Otherwise, I don't enjoy myself, and I feel like I have to almost like relearn things every time I get back into it. So I sort of feel that way with the other games too, to a lesser extent. With Diablo, it's just that like I'm so intimately familiar with Diablo that I could take 6 months break from Diablo, come back, and it's still going to be intuitive. But the others, I guess for Last Epoch, it also feels pretty intuitive. Like there's just not all the game systems are in, so there's still like a manageable amount of content to get through there. With Grim Dawn, it's more, I think, big picture things that I have to, it seems a little bit to ease back into. Like, okay, where was I in the campaign? What missions? What was my mission plan and this and that? But PoE, I think it comes down to probably the gear in a big way. It's keeping track of, okay, what are all the million things that I have to do to be optimal in all my various activities, and like, okay, when should I be shopping, and what should I be looking for in upgrades, and do I stop to do this, do I skip this, do I do this, what am I supposed to look for? There's like so much in PoE, which is awesome, but it makes it such that like I really have to be like fully committed to playing for like multiple play sessions. And if I like stop and play other games, I lose that momentum with PoE. Saberwolfy asking as well. Question the second. Hold on, wait. Let's first check live chat a moment here. Nemesis asking, have I seen the PoE League Legion? Oh, it's called Legion. That's so cool. We're gonna dive right into that after these quick questions, Nem. Scotty saying, one, get used to the different games. Yeah. So if you first start off by getting familiar with each game individually, then it becomes a lot easier to swap between them. But like if you feel you've mastered every game, then going from one to the other is a lot easier than if like you're still learning different games. It becomes very confusing to be swapping between them. Nemesis saying campaign and story progress feels a bit confusing at times in Grim Dawn. Yeah, especially if you take a break and you come back, you don't really like remember, was I doing these side missions or just the main thing? And Scotty saying Grim Dawn have that, what, and where moments. Yeah, that's true. All right, the other question here. The father of Diablo, as in David Brevik, and Max and Eric Schaefer will be special guests at ExileCon 2019. What is the significance of this? Is this a snub to Blizzard? Is GGG making a statement about the provenance of PoE? Has Blizzard lost control of the RPG market? Okay, that's a lot of questions. We'll cover that. So, what is the significance of this? What is the significance of David Brevik, Max, and Eric Schaefer being special guests at ExileCon 2019? This is the first ExileCon. The main dev of PoE, and I'm sure many of them, big fan of Diablo 2. I mean, anyone who's seriously into ARPGs these days probably got their start or loved and adored Diablo 2. Diablo 2 basically defined what the ARPG genre became. So, in many ways as well, I feel like when they were first developing Path of Exile, it was as a sort of true successor to Diablo 2. And in many ways, PoE does feel more like a truer successor to Diablo 2 than Diablo 3 does. Not in story, but in mechanics and even, I guess, theme or like darkness, level of darkness and and grit. I'm sure that Chris Wilson, the developer, holds these three individuals, the fathers of Diablo, in exceptionally high regard. And it's, probably an honor for him to have these people attend. Beyond that, is this a snub to Blizzard? Not on the part of Chris Wilson. Would it be a snub on the part of these former Blizzard employees? That might be their motivation for going. In the case of David Brevik, I don't think so. Brevik has maintained a positive relationship with PoE devs for a while. He, in fact, was implicated in bringing PoE to China, I believe. Or he was somehow like a consultant or something for PoE on bringing it to a new region. As for Max and Eric Schaefer, I don't know these two as well. I don't know what their motivations might be. It could just be they were invited, so they accept. PoE is a very important ARPG these days, and they're some of the creators of the genre. So, they wanted to acknowledge PoE, or I don't know. Maybe it's a snub. I don't know what their relationship with Blizzard is these days, but Brevik maintains a good relationship with Blizzard, so I don't think he would do it to snub Blizzard. Is GGG making a statement about the provenance of PoE? I don't know that they're trying to make a statement about it. Also, like, so they're invited to be special guests at like the dinner, I think the benefit dinner. So I mean, maybe they're gonna have some speech to give at ExileCon, but I don't think so. I think they're just gonna be in attendance. We'll find out when it happens. So I really think I don't think there was anything political at play here. I just think GGG, like they respect these guys. They wanted to invite them. They're important to the ARPG genre. Yeah, the PoE did come from Diablo 2, so it is the truth. And then, has Blizzard lost control of the ARPG market? Blizzard is either tenuously holding on to the ARPG market. I don't know if I can say they've completely lost control, but they previously had an iron grip. Now they have a Vaseline-covered glove. Have they lost control? We'll find out with Diablo 4. I suspect a Diablo 4 will regain the lion's share of the ARPG market. That said, it might be like a 70-30 split between Diablo 4 and PoE, as opposed to 99-1 split, which was historically like Diablo historically had 99% of the market for ARPGs. Yeah, Nemesis saying Brevik used to be an advisor for GGG. Exactly. Yeah. Scotty saying maybe it's because it's the first ExileCon, so it's obvious that the guest stars should be some of the first devs from the RPG genre. Maybe that makes perfect sense to me, Scotty. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I think I'll check if I have any other pre-sent in questions here, but no, I think that covers them. So yeah. So Scotty and Nemesis, what do you guys want to talk about? We wanted to look over the new league. Nemesis, you want to link me to that, please? Man, you're on point. Either that or the lag. Well, yes, you're always on point, but also the lag on YouTube is a lot better, apparently. All right, so Path of Exile Legion official trailer. Maybe we'll. No, I can't watch this together. Oh my god, I'm putting that on YouTube. I get takedown notice. Okay, so for those following at home, non-live, pathofexile.com/legion. pathofexile.com/legion. I'm going to watch this video. This is going to be my live reaction to this. So let me pause my music here. Okay. So I'm hitting play in 3, 2, 1, play. 3 minutes and 17 seconds. Okay, Grinding Gear Games. Yup. Wait, you guys don't hear this. Oh, no, it's better that way, actually. Yeah. Oh, wait, you haven't even hearing my music. My bad. What is this? I'm seeing a bunch of enemies. That looks cool. It's like a lot of mobs affiliated with whatever this league mechanic is, it seems. Maybe. It's like a bunch of frozen... It's like a frozen battlefield. It looks really cool. It's like a frozen battlefield. What is this? That's so cool. Why are all these monsters frozen? That's so cool. Like statues. And they... Excuse me. That was a little cringy though. The We Are Legion is it's a cool biblical quote, but it was super cringy in Diablo 3. It was a little cringy here. Sorry. So it looks super cool though. Okay, developer commentary coming up next. The legions themselves look really cool. Hold on, I'm pausing a second here. So like the We Are Legion quote, like really, the reference is like demons or devils. So it's a little awkward seeing it in this context. But anyway, I'm hitting play. Okay, there's monoliths. Ah, that's so cool. Okay, so you encounter these frozen monoliths, and when you click on them, these frozen armies from a past war appear. That's really cool. Break open the monsters and chests with the most valuable rewards before the timer runs out. So you're actually destroying them while they're still frozen in time. They're not fighting back yet. Be careful which monsters you free, because the most rewarding are the most dangerous. Wait, are you freeing them or breaking them? Hold on, I gotta rewind this. I get when you break open the monster, does it come to life? What's going on? It's not clear. So the timer runs out, and then some of them start attacking. I'm not clear on whether it's the ones you broke or the ones you left non-broken. I think it's whatever monsters you kill, you end up fighting. It seems to be. Oh, that's it? Okay, he seems to be done talking about the league mechanic. He's talking now about the melee rework. Okay, so that's playing. You click them on, damage the monsters you want to fight. Then after a time, they get activated and fight back. Okay, the tagged ones. Okay. So yeah, they're just talking about the patch changes for the other stuff. Yeah, it looks really cool. Path of Exile Legion, trapped for thousands of years in the domain of timeless conflict, the mightiest military leaders of Ray class history have been fighting an eternal war. So wait, it looks like it's a separate area. Like it's not something you encounter randomly, but you actually go visit it specifically. In Path of Exile Legion, you will free their legions from the endless battle and defeat them in combat to earn their valuable rewards. Okay, timeless monsters. As you explore Rayclast, you'll discover monoliths. Okay, no, so you do run into them. So what is this timeless domain of timeless conflict? Okay, so you'll find the monoliths, tag these to reveal an ancient conflict between multiple legions frozen in time. Untether monsters by dealing damage to them, but be prepared to fight those monsters when the effect of the monolith wears off. Okay, so that's perfectly explained. As certain monsters are powerful and drop valuable items, Legion grants you full control over risk and reward. Very cool. Okay, now the domain of timeless conflict. Enemies from each of the 5 legions drop splinters, which combine together to form an emblem of that legion. Place 2 or more emblems from different legions in a map device to gain access to the domain of timeless conflict. Okay, where the eternal battle between those... Okay, so running around regularly, you'll find the monoliths, you tag monsters, they die, they maybe drop these splinters. You use these splinters in the map device to access this other place, the domain of timeless conflict, where there's crazy mega battles going on. Okay. Legion item rewards. This looks really cool. I love that PoE is always like trying these like really, really creative ideas on like all their new leagues. Like this one was supposed to be a smaller scale than the previous one, oh boy, the one with all the time stuff. Jeez. But yeah. Oh, stream lagged out heavily. Oh, but bound back to normal. Okay, whoops. Huh. Seems like a mixture of Essence League with the monoliths and Breach Legion domain. Yeah, that's cool. As Ziggy said on Discord, already looks more fun than Synthesis. Yeah, so man, it's a real shame about Synthesis. In principle, I like the idea of Synthesis seemed really cool. Like with the all the board game stuff, like laying the tiles, that seemed really cool in theory. What do we feel was the... Where did synthesis fall apart? What happened? What went wrong? Let's turn on our music now. I think you should hear this. Might be too loud? No, it should be okay. That's probably okay. I don't think it's the board game stuff, but the tile laying was very confusing and non-intuitive. Okay. Like, it effectively was an entire other game built into it, right? Didn't they base it off... Man, what was the name of the game that they based it off? I forget exactly. Scotty Chow skipped most of synthesis. The monsters attacked in the memory almost instant. You needed a very speedy build. Ah, okay. I see. I'd say let's talk about Game of Thrones, but there's going to be a VOD here that people are going to watch, so let's not talk about Game of Thrones. I would like to talk about Game of Thrones, maybe in some separate stream or something. Maybe like next month's Q&A could be like a Game of Thrones spoiler stream video. Plus arc casting nerf was too big. Yeah. I ran arc again. It was a bit nerf, yeah. Scotty ran with a totem build, so I had no problem with the speed of attack in the memory. Cool, okay. So how come you tapped out, Scotty? What was unappealing to you about it? Now I'm saying I used to just stand still, hit my arc skill, and instantly found a monster to chain off. Now I almost need to hit the exact hitbox of a mob to do so. Oof. Yeah. And it doesn't seem like they're going to be addressing that, right? They're just going like, well, let's go buff melee instead. Which, I mean, is fine. Melee needs to be buffed. Excuse me. I finally got my last build video up today. So the Witch Doctor Zunimasa Dagger of Darts LON variant video that I put up today will be the last build guide that I put out for a little while at least. There's a couple other videos that I would have ideally have liked to make. I would have liked to have made a starter build for Demon Hunter for the Shadow set. But I just didn't have time to get that done for like the first like couple day or two of season. And at that point it's like, well, people aren't going to be looking up starter guides anymore. And my old Shadow Impale build guide is still good. Like it still applies. And I figured, well, I am planning to do another Demon Hunter guide. And like I wanted to ensure that I had at least one video for every class. I managed to do that. And then I wanted to cover all of like the new builds that I haven't previously covered. But I had to bail on a couple. One was the Legacy of Nightmare, the Bazooka Wizard, basically. The LON Bazooka Meteor Wizard. It's such a difficult build that, like, basically all the time that I spent making all of these other guides is what I would have needed, and more maybe, to make a guide to this build. It's so difficult to play. I have not mastered it, and it man, the people that managed to pull this off. Also, here's the thing. A lot of people playing it run with macros. There's no way I'm going to do that. It's against terms of service. I would never risk my Blizzard account over that. Like, they've probably never banned anyone, but I absolutely do not want a chance of losing the hundreds of dollars I've invested into my Blizzard account. So, without macros, like being able to nail all of those timings, whew, it's really, really, really difficult. There are some players that do it legitly, and damn are those guys skilled. Wow. So I want to. There is a desire to make this video, but it might be like I have to spend the rest of the season practicing this build in order to make a guide for it. But the thing is, like, I don't even. I feel like I would make the guide, and then people are gonna be like, "Wow, screw this build. It is terribly difficult." Like, I don't know. Scotty saying that the league did not catch on to him, rather run regular maps. Yeah. So Scotty, would you feel like, would you rather be able to do whatever you want to do in PoE without being gated behind, well, I want to do this activity, but I have to do this other activity in order to gain access to this activity? Saw 2 minutes after upload. Nice, Scotty. And I'm saying, I have to admit, outside tier lists have... Oh yeah, that's no worries, Nemesis. And I only played D3 for maybe 5 minutes in the past 4 to 6 weeks. Well, I mean, that makes sense. If you're not playing, there's no purpose to watching a build video. Hey, cheers, Scotty. Yeah. So, also, to clarify, it would have been literally impossible for me to make all those videos in the time I've made them. Weeks in advance, like during PTR, I did all the prep work. All of those videos are recorded on PTR, a couple weeks ago or whenever it was. So like all the prep work of figuring out the builds, learning how to play them, recording, getting all the items and the skills and all that together, that was all done way back then. And then, these past 2 weeks, it's been all just doing the recordings, all the editing, all the rendering, the uploading, all that stuff. While also making sure that nothing has changed. Some things did change a little bit, so I had to make some modifications here and there. Now I'm saying I may or may not have tried out auto hotkey when critical mass was a thing, but found the manual casting way more efficient. Okay, so Scotty would prefer that we can do whatever we want in PoE. So like if you want to just delve, that you should just be able to delve without ever being limited, or if you want to just map, that you shouldn't have to like run out of maps or something. Well, actually, I guess that's the question. So do you think that you should just be able to map as much as you want without running out of maps? And I'm saying, yeah, everything is tied to maps, which is fine, but the RNG involved sucks. Nem, sounds like you got a story to share there. Shocknado shard. Okay. Hey, wait a minute. Actually, should I not be You know what? Fuck. Oh, God. And I swore now. Oh, man. I gotta be so paranoid about what... I'm gonna stop this music. I gotta be so paranoid about what I put on YouTube. To not get, like, demonetized and stuff. Oh my god. Just copyright claim, copyright strike, bam. 3 of those, and, like, your channel's just gone. And there goes everything. Twitch is a lot more the Wild West when it comes to streaming and content. Like in a VOD, if you have copyrighted music, like they'll mute that portion of the VOD, but they're not gonna like take your stream down while you're streaming because that happened. Nemesis saying shock from magic weapon electrify, tornadoes, and shards from diamond skin. Okay. I gotcha. Huh. Man, I've been watching... So, while I work, sometimes, if I'm not processing audio, and I could put on something to listen to, I just put up... I try to find long videos to put up and just let them play as sort of background noise to keep me company. And lately it's been a lot of Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares, which I used to watch back on TV a million years ago. Apparently, like, they're all on YouTube now. So, love Gordon Ramsay. Nemesis saying, I still remember that build. If they would release a vanilla D3 1.08 server, I'd still know how to set up and play that build. Awesome. There is some vanilla D3 server. Run by Russians, is it? Let me see. Diablo 3 vanilla server. I'm not sure what version it is exactly, but it is definitely some vanilla server. D3 Reflection, I think, is what it's called, yeah. Scotty's saying, I think something may be RNG based as maps, but the yellow stuff that you need for Delve should be buyable / tradable, maybe. Oh, yeah. I guess tradable would render that easier, give you a bit more options. Oh, it's 1.03. Damn, Nim. That close. 0.05 versions close. 265 for D3. Okay, 2.0 was with the expansion. Interesting that with Diablo 2, we never got beyond version 1. We're like 1.13b, or what's the latest? 1.19, 18 now? But like, even the expansion changed it to what, 1.1? Before that it was 1.0 something? Just version naming. And I noticed with PoE, release was 101. Okay. With Path of Exile, their version naming, I noticed that they will really put a focus on putting the, like, it's blank dot number dot number dot number. And even when that file number is 0, which it often is, they seem really insistent on keeping the 0. I don't know if it's just the devs or if the community as well. Like, let's say it's 3.3.0. Does the community just say 3.3, or do they still do 3.3.0? 103 was the big nerf to attack speed. Ah, bummer. Damn. Another quirk about YouTube, so you have the choice of classifying your video into a certain game, which is great, but for Diablo 3, you have the choice between Diablo 3 2012, Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls 2014, or Diablo 3 Rise of the Necromancer 2016? And it's like, well, do I pick basic Diablo 3? Do I pick Rise of the Necromancer because it's the latest one? Like, is it going to hurt my search rankings if I put Rise of the Necromancer? And, like, I don't know how smart YouTube's algorithm is at figuring out that these are all the same game and all the search results should be the same. I'm like, okay, well, if it's a Necromancer build, I'm going to put Rise of the Necromancer. But if it's not, I'm just going to put Reaper of Souls. Yeah, sounds good, Nemesis. What are you planning to play this season in D3? And Scotty, are you playing... you're playing D3, right? This season? Close to Paragon 700, nice. You rocking a monk this season, or what are you, what you going with? Got my bottomless potion of regeneration. Demon Hunter Shadow Impale, solid choice. Are you going to be tempted to go with a Legacy of Nightmares rapid fire build, or just going to stick with pure Shadow Impale? And I'm saying I already claimed one challenge rift bag with my level 1 monk. Nice. That's smart, actually. Even if you're like not planning to play for a while, just getting that week 1 challenge rift cash, and then you can get it again this week. So like even if you end up playing like next week, you have already like 2-3 challenge rift caches lined up. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Ah, you linked it on Discord. Okay, I see. Let's pop this open here. Ah, Scotty is going for the rapid fire build. Cool. I want... The thing is, like, Shadow Impale might still turn out to be more powerful than rapid fire. We'll see. Like, I'm going to go probably on EU. I'm probably going to go Shadow Impale, but I'm not sure... I might just stick with Shadow Impale. I don't know if I'm going to go for rapid fire. Okay, let's see here. So for Diablo 3, patch 102, nothing to highlight. Okay, 103, attack speed nerfed by 50%. Right, okay, the amount of attack speed you can get on items was nerfed by 50%, yes. Yes. Magic Find no longer affects chests because of the... Oh, yeah. It wasn't really an exploit. I mean, we were just trying to figure out ways to get as many items as possible. So we would, like, go on the highest difficulty and then go just run and open chests. Just, like, running the gauntlet, dying, just open chests. New Tristram gets portals. Oh, was that to stop the monsters from just walking into town? Because people were like doing that to aggro enemies and kill hardcore players? Man, that is some good old times. Oh, gosh. It used to be that monsters, you can like kite monsters back into New Tristram because there weren't those portals separating out the areas. So then you would like play on hardcore, open your game to public, and as soon as they would port in, there'd just be like a whole bunch of monsters waiting there, and your guy would die. There's just no hope. 104 was when they added Paragon levels. Huh. That was back when it was up to Paragon 100. 104, they added that a lot sooner than I expected. Either that or these patches came out more spaced apart than I remember. 105, new system Monster Power. I remember Monster Power, yeah. New event, Infernal Machine, stash type icons, okay. So Monster Power, man, it used to be, That replaced the vanilla difficulties, right? There's a date column? It's all hashtags for me. Oh, if I click on it, though, I see the date. If I do enable editing... Oh, that's strange. Okay, so the patch of the Paragon levels was in summer. Diablo 3 released in spring, so okay. Ah, there we go. Okay, increasing the width did it. Scotty's saying, oh yeah, I totally forgot people did that. That made me not want to play hardcore. Oh, there's so many reasons that made me not want to play hardcore. Now I'm saying I remember watching a YouTube video with Yakety Sax music where a guy ran from both areas and tried to survive. Yeah. So Monster Power was introduced in October. Did Monster Power replace the classic difficulties or was in addition to the classic difficulties? It was Monster Powers 1 through 10, if I remember correctly. It was in addition. Okay. What did it do? It made things more difficult. So it was some way of having granular difficulty within the big categories? So Inferno, Monster Power 1 to 10, for example. Okay. Wait. Did Monster Power only work on Inferno or on any difficulty? Increased monster life and damage and rewards suitably. Okay. 106 was just a minor patch. 107, new feature Brawling. Yeah. That was around BlizzCon. That's when they added PvP into Diablo. Wait a minute. No. Sorry, I'm reading this wrong. No, that was, that's not November 2nd. That's February 11th. Okay. From spring all the way to winter. That's how long it took them to bring us the promised PvP arenas, and it was just Brawling. Nephilim Valor Persists Thorax, Marquis Gem tier edit. Okay. ID, so in patch 108, basically a year post-release, that's when we had the Identify All with the Book of Cain added. And then we had no patch at all until the release of Reaper of Souls, almost a year later. Wow, that's a long time to go without a patch. Mega Joe, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, monster power. Okay, yeah. So 201 was a huge patch. So many changes. Reaper of Souls brought in Loot 2.0, Paragon 2.0, complete revamp of the game. Huge improvement. That was 201. So Blizzard doesn't even have 0.0 versions. They always end with a 1, minimum, never with a 0, is what I'm gathering from this. Patch 202, which was just a few days later, not even a month later. A few days later, a week later, maybe. XP requirements for Paragon over 500 increased. So they made it more difficult to get higher Paragon. 203 was just some minor stuff. 204, improved town hubs. How do they improve the town hubs? They just move things around to be more convenient? Namsing, they said they will have another patch, 109, but then came ROS announcement, and next came 201. Okay. Maybe there was a beta build with 200. That's true. $205 wasn't that big. 206, increased drop rate for class sets. Oh, yeah. The location of the NPCs. Okay. Then 2.1, new features. Okay, 2.1 was in summer. ROS released in spring. Yeah. No, hold on. It released in winter, late winter. By summer, we got seasons added to the game. The leaderboards, we got greater rifts. Ramalani's Gift. That was a big patch. Wow. New zone. Yeah. Some good changes. That was a big patch, 2.1. Then 2-on-1. Yeah, nothing really big. 2-on-2, nothing really big. 2.2, new treasure goblins. Increased blood shard cap. New sets for Barb, Demon Hunter, and Wizard. Okay, yeah, that's... Okay. Before we got the new class sets, I was a little like, 2-on-2, not much. 2.3, new zone, The Ruins of Sescheron. New feature, Kanai's Cube, which I believe was really intended for... Both of those are really intended for a second expansion. So 2.3 was when we got some major features that were like indicative of what was probably intended for a new expansion. That is a year after. That's summer 2015. From 2.3, we jumped to 2.4? Whoa, really? Like 6 months later, no patch. Wow. New zone, Grey Hollow Island, expanded zones. New feature set dungeons, empowered rifts. That seems honestly like a less significant patch. It's a whole new version. It goes from 2.3 to 2.4. We do see these zeros here as well. All they added, Grey Hollow Island, expanded zones. Wait, Eternal Woods, Royal Quarters. Okay. I mean, they added set dungeons. I guess it counts as a new feature. Adorak, how you doing? I mean, it's still new stuff. I guess anytime they introduce new stuff, they have to give it a new patch version. Like a new major version. 241 cosmetics, 242 more torment difficulties added, 243 anniversary event, 64-bit client. How is this not a major version? The 64-bit client, like they just quietly rolled out a 64-bit client with subsurface anisotropic occlusion, SSAO. Is that what it stands for? Just like, no, minor patch. 2.5, new features, armory, crafting material storage, primal ancients. This was a big version. Yeah. That was early 2017. Nice quote, Nemesis. Then we go straight from 2.5 to 2.6 with the Necromancer. So that's, let's say, spring to summer. That's not too long. Okay. Necro comes, major content, yeah. Challenge rifts added, new zones, yeah. 261, nothing big. Oh, actually, 261 is when we had the huge class set revisions. That was like the huge balance patch of late 2017. I guess because they didn't add anything new, it's a minor version, 261, but that was a huge patch. And then 264, some more fine tuning. What happened to 263 actually? 263 was the lost version, right? 262 and 263 actually. What happened to 262, 263? Just jumped straight to 264. Sure does then. Wait, do we ever? I'm looking back. I don't see we've ever skipped versions before. How the hell do we skip a bunch of versions this time? What happened to 262 and 263? Those were like theorized to be internal version changes? Or no, wait, hold on. One of them was the Switch launch, right? I think 263 was the Switch launch, but then it was still, where's 262? How do we lose two entire versions of the game? Huh. Why 2.6.1 to 2.6.4? Nemesis saying, I think I saw on D3 Planner PTR where there was stuff with 262 and 263 with Switch things. So they were both Switch versions? I guess that makes sense. This glass is empty. Back from our potion. I've been trying to set up, what is it called? NDI. Does anyone know what NDI is? Basically, I'm trying to, without a capture card, over network, pipe my OBS over to my other computer. So we're working out recording / streaming our live D&D sessions. I take my laptop, I go into the other room. We have everything set up there, but what we realized is my laptop, while I'm encoding, while I'm recording, really struggles under the load. And I'm like, shit, do I have to buy like some separate little like portable PC to offload the encoding? And then I stumbled upon, oh man, actually, people are talking about this NDI thing, where basically you install the NDI backend, and then you install the plugins for OBS, and then you should be able to over LAN, over closed private network, send whatever you're seeing on one computer onto your other computer. I can't get it to work. I don't see the source appear. I put the NDI source in my OBS, but the laptop doesn't appear as an option, so I don't know what's going on. But it does seem cool, and like it seems like a great solution for a lot of people, where previously we just thought, well, we have to spend like $200 on a capture card. If you can just broadcast straight over wired Ethernet, like that's an amazing solution. It might be the firewall. I have to, well, how do I, It's a good suggestion, Adorak. Okay, no worries. Maybe. I mean, if my firewall is letting through OBS to stream to the internet, is that the same thing? Maybe whitelist connections. I don't know. It could also be possible that it says that it requires a gigabit connection, I think. Oh, figure out what port NDI is using. Oh, if it uses a port, then I would have to forward the port. I know how to forward ports. Does NDI use? I don't even realize NDI used a port. What port does NDI use? Oh, the port range is used. If any devices are used on the network with firewalls positioned on the network, conversion of lawful track devices is required. Is that? Have you done it? Have you done it? Hold on. That's a lot of ports, though. I'll have to check this out after stream. But that is, you're onto something there. I'll have to check that out. So, hoping to start D&D content in the nearest future across both Twitch and YouTube. For Twitch, it's going to be online sessions that we'll live stream. For YouTube, it's at least maybe the first video might be some me kind of talking about D&D along with some like chopped up clips from like my real life sessions. The initial idea was to just like upload my real life sessions to YouTube, but some people have expressed like, oh, I don't want to watch like a 3-hour video of a D&D session. I'm like, okay. I'll do something different with it then. So one idea was actually to live stream the real life sessions on Twitch, but then on YouTube put up like supercuts, kind of. Either just abridged versions or more kind of like documentary style, like where it cuts between like me talking to the camera about things D&D related and showing footage from the game. I don't know. What do you guys think? NDI video data flow. All right, so after 261 came History Channel with Rhykker. 264 came at the start of this year. Class set balancing, primal marker, guaranteed primal. Yeah, I'm really impressed with the classic games team. I really did not expect them to put this much effort into Diablo 3. That's, you know what? I guess it's partially the classic games team, but it's partially as well Blizzard telling them to do this. I don't know that they can just do whatever the hell they want. I'm pretty sure Blizzard's telling them, hey, put some work into Diablo 3. Otherwise, spend all your resources on Diablo 2 Remaster and Warcraft 3 Reforged. When does Reforged come out? It's not released yet, right? No, obviously not. But I mean, that's got to be like the big thing that Classic is working on. I mean, that's going to be the next big moneymaker for, well, big moneymaker. The next moneymaker period for Blizzard is going to be Warcraft 3 Reforged. Vanilla WoW, I forget, is that free? It's free if you have a WoW account? It's going to bring a lot of people back, at least temporarily. And I'm saying, not sure if it is telling them or they tell them we want to do this. And Blizzard says, okay, do it. Yeah, maybe. I think it's Activision CEO Bobby Kotick personally coming by and saying, hey guys, come on. Give Diablo some love. Thunderbuns, how you doing? When you do your streaming, what one is better for you, YouTube or Twitch? Is one more user-friendly? Does one pay off better in terms of viewership and generating income? So I really only stream on Twitch. These are the only YouTube streams that I do. When I first started streaming, I had to make the decision between Twitch and YouTube, and I wanted to pick YouTube. YouTube is much less user-friendly. Twitch is far more user-friendly, and it had, at least at the time, far more features than YouTube for streaming. It would have made more sense for me to stream on YouTube, given I have a YouTube channel with a sizable following, and it's easier to get people to watch on YouTube than to go from YouTube onto Twitch. But yeah, I picked Twitch because at the time it was much more user-friendly and had a lot more features than YouTube. YouTube, however, has a better revenue split between creator and platform than Twitch. Although I guess I don't know what the contracts are anymore. But at least last I checked, that was the case. On Twitch, you can negotiate yourself a better contract, I guess, eventually. But now I'm saying vanilla WoW may be included in normal subscription, never been a WoW player. Gotcha. Adrex saying, I've been watching many videos lately regarding Activision and their greedy/predatory/anti-consumer practices, and I'm really skeptic about Blizzard returning to the company I used to love. It's never going to happen. I highly doubt it. I mean, it breaks my heart to say. Like, I grew up idolizing Blizzard. I don't see Blizzard ever going back to what it was, but hopefully it could become something else that we still like. Scotty saying, I remember just before D3 release, there was a free beta weekend. Up to that weekend, I broke my elbow, on my right arm, but I still managed to do all the achievements for that weekend. Damn, nice. I like the feats of strength, right? And I managed to break my cast. Oh, man. All good, Scotty, man. Nemesis is saying, plus the plethora of people who come by, stream, and say, whoa, didn't know you stream, only watch YouTube. Yeah. Despite me having in every single video at approximately the 4-minute mark, a scroll down come up saying twitch.tv/Rhykker. It's true, I don't do it on my news videos, do I? Do I still do it I used to do it on my news videos. I don't know if I still do. Maybe that's why. But, Bunkisha's calling. I felt the buzz about 3 minutes ago. So we're going to be closing out the Q&A stream for this month. But do stay tuned for next month's Q&A stream. And if there's any questions you didn't get to ask this time, just post them when the next post comes up for the next Q&A stream. Or come by live and we'll address the questions. So nobody watches a YouTube video till the end. But it's at 4 minutes. It's like, it's nowhere close to the end. My videos are much longer than that. Scotty's saying, went to the hospital after the weekend and made them redo my cast. Hooray for free healthcare. You sound like you're from not America. All right, folks. So thanks so much for coming by. Thanks so much for your support. Appreciate you all. Denmark, nice. Have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.